guys, Bree here. So we are going to do 2 projects with the exact same design, and then you guys tell me which one you like better. So we do have a DIY wood frame. It comes in 2 pieces, so that way it makes it easier for us to line up underneath and then add the frame on top or the border. And then I have a super beautiful, it is a retired frame, so we're not able to get it, but I'm sure if you find some other frame, like a 12 by 18, you can fit the exact same design on it. So we'll go ahead and do both. First, say hi. My name is Bree. Glad you are here. If you haven't been with us before, let us know so we can welcome you, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and paint this backboard. Okay, and we're going to paint it black. So that way we're gonna kind of do about the same thing. So it's gonna look somewhat like a chalkboard. Now you do have chalkboard paint, which you could do. I did not move over all of my paints yet, and that would be one that is still at the other house. So we're just gonna use paste for now, okay? And like I said, I am gonna go ahead and paint this black. I'm actually having second thoughts. I'm wondering if I should stain it instead of painting it black. Why am I having second thoughts? Okay, let me get the live pulled up so that way I can say hi to the people who are on. But you guys feel free to type in the word. Oh, that's me talking. Shh. The keyword is frame, all right? Hi, Charlotta. Hi, Sherry, Charlene, and Barb, and Betty, Johanna, Corrine, Vivian, Mary. We've got Elaine here, Renee, Sonia, Mary, Jessie. Hi. Okay. Y'all, I just made this frame. Robert cut it for me. We took pictures. He's uploading it to the website, so it will be available. Hopefully by the time we get off of the live, we'll see what happens, okay? If not, it'll be uploaded by today, okay? So I am second guessing and thinking that I might stain it. Just because I think, yes, right, Vivian? I do think that I should stain it. So let me get the stain and, what is that thing called? It is the makeup sponge. Makeup sponge brush thingy. And I put some in here. I'm like, I have a ton of them. I bought like a whole big old bag of them. Oh, look, I've got one here. Okay, so we're gonna do antique. We're gonna do antique wax, okay? Let me shake this. Oh, stain the frame. Do you think black background and stain the frame though? I don't know how that would look. I feel like that would be a little bit too dark. What do you need? Go drink your water for now. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the stain on the background because I want to do the words in white, okay? Right, do I have extra pieces I could test this on? Yes, I do. Why, yes, I do. We could like potentially stain this one, which this is tomorrow's project, but you know, why not do it now? Let's try it. All right, so this is the stain. Okay, so that'll be the stain, right? And I'm wondering if I should do, I don't remember what colors was for tomorrow's project. I think it was eucalyptus, black, white, and so maybe the background was eucalyptus, and then I think the words are in black. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so now let me get another piece of something and let's paint it black and let's see if it looks okay together. All right, we'll try it. So these are just little stands. That'll hold like your projects in case you don't have backers, like you want it to sit on a shelf. Okay. All right, let me grab another couple of these guys. And we'll just run this across. So I really do like the makeup sponges, similar to using like baby wipes. But it dries a lot faster because you don't use as much. Okay, so I mean, it does look fine. We could do the black frame, or the black background with the brown frame, but I still think it just looks a little off, and I'm just trying to figure out what would be best. Maybe if we did, So if you're just jumping on, we are trying to decide if we should paint the background black or if we should stain it, and then the frame border being black or white. I know, I think I like the stain too. Let's see. I'm using paste. Yeah, we definitely are using paste. Oh, the words, we're using this transfer, the Making Memories transfer. Yeah, so I thought this in white would be really pretty. So, black. Why is this so difficult to make a decision, y'all? Okay. And I have distress ink too. So we could do the stained background, the white frame, the white letters, but then we could distress the outside frame. How does that sound? How does that sound? I feel like I should put the black away. These came out so good. Like I used, I painted it first and then I used the makeup sponges and then it dries really well. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Let me move these little guys out of the way and let's move these to a safe spot. That looks good enough. All right. And if we absolutely need to, you guys, there's a back side. We could just do it double-sided, right? I could just have him cut out another one and we can see if we absolutely need to do that. All right, so let me clean off my brush. I am gonna go ahead and use my brush to help me put the majority of the stain out here. Okay, so I am using Antique Wax. It is the Art Minds brand from Michaels. So let's just get a little bit on here, kind of work our way across. And I've never actually stained a piece this big with a makeup sponge. So we'll see if it works. I do want to go maybe a little bit in sections so that way our stain doesn't just completely dry up on us. But let me pull some of this down because it's a bit much up there. I I think this is gonna be so cute. Yeah, as soon as I went live and then I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, I do have stain. I always forget about the stain. And I love the way the stain looks. Oh, my hand, my finger started grabbing. Oh. Okay. So good. So far, so good. Again, I just kind of go, tried to do a little bit as we go. I didn't want to put all of the stain up there with the brush because it does tend to stain, right? So like you can even see a little, well, I don't know that you guys can see it on there, but I can see it over here. Where the stain kind of sat on the board for a little bit. Okay. Do you have to wax with stain? So it just depends on what kind of paint it is. So this is wax. I'm painting with a wax. It literally says wax on it, you see? So if it says wax on it, it already contains wax. You don't need more. Okay, you will not need more. So we will be good on this board. And so since I did that, if you guys type in the word frame and you do the keyword, I do have surface wax in that shopping cart, which if you use wax, you will not need that surface wax, okay? But if you're gonna paint with paste and then you're layering, you know, a transfer on top of a painted surface that does not have wax, you'll definitely need that wax, okay? All right, so we now have this board waxed and stained with our wax. Okay, so there is one little guy. And then we're gonna go ahead and put this aside. Let's go ahead and paint this. And then while they're drying, we're gonna do the really quick one, which is gonna be on a chalkboard. It'll be super cute. All right, so let me wash my paintbrush real quick. We are going to use white. I'm just gonna use this jar because this jar is dwindling down to its last little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray some water in here and kind of turn this into my, my painting cup for white. All right, so I'm just gonna get my paintbrush and I'm gonna stir up what's left in there. Probably should have used like a multi-tool or something. But I did spray some water in there. Whenever we paint with our paste, we do want it to be a little bit thinner. So typically I just take out some paste, I put it in the lid, and then I spray the lid with a little bit of water. And then that kind of helps us. It creates less, you know, like of a mess, because you just use the lid and then you just pop the lid back on the jar and you're totally good. Okay. Hello, how are you guys doing? All right. So I have that stirred up and let's go ahead and add, I'm gonna go ahead and add, I wonder if I can use this. We're gonna try and use this too. Okay. Yay. And it definitely helps because it's not as thick, right? And it dries really fast. So that's nice. Okay. I am applying it with a paintbrush, but then I'm coming back in and using our little makeup sponge brush or makeup sponge. What are they called? There we go. And so feel free, if you guys are popping on, hit that heart button for me so that way we know you're here. Say hi. And if you're new, let us know that you're new, okay? I store my jars upside down so I know what colors they are. I could put labels on the top of them, but my label maker is MIA. Somewhere. I know I have one. I probably have a couple just from teaching and stuff, but. Hi, oh, from West Texas. Pays to pay, nothing about shopping. What is that? I asked if you used ink or paste as the paint. Nothing about wood cutouts. Not sure. I'm not sure if I answered something else or what, Mary Lynn. But I am using paste. I think I did answer that, didn't I? All right, so almost done here. It is a little like awkward to hold though, I will say that, but I think it's gonna be so cute. You know where yours is? That's good. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Florine. Okay. And I think this makeup brush is going to go in the trash in just a second. Well, we won't throw it away just yet, just in case we absolutely need it for something else. But, okay, all of our white is on. We are good there. Let me drop that in the water. Close that right on up. Hi, Carolyn. Good evening, Annette. All right, I'm gonna put that on here. We're gonna let that dry real quick. And you guys, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Let's check out how easy this really is, okay? So if you just get a chalkboard, right? Like any chalkboard is fine. I love our chalkboards. We do have 12 by 18, 8-in frame. It's magnetic and porcelain steel. It is a bit on the pricier side, but it's absolutely amazing. It is not this one that I'm showing you now, but this one was actually a gift. But they don't sell this one anymore, okay? But they are coming out with one that looks just like this. It's called the Verity frame. You'll find it on my website, on my chalk site. And it's a 9 by 12 though, okay? So this one's gonna be a 12 by 18. And what I'm doing right now is I am fuzzing this transfer. And the reason we're fuzzing the transfer is because they are extremely sticky, if you can't tell. And whenever we put it on that chalkboard, that sticky side really adheres to that chalkboard. It really adheres to metal, to glass, to chalkboards. So you do want to fuzz it quite a few times, especially if it's brand new. And that's because when you go to pull it up, if it's really hard to pull up, chances are you could potentially stretch that transfer. It would be hard to line it back up if you ever had to. You could still use it, but we just want to avoid stretching, okay? All right. So here we go. I have fuzzed, I don't know how many times, but it still seems to be super sticky, so that's why I kept going. All right, number one rule Make sure you have it the correct side up, okay? All right, so here we go. And centering. Centering is probably the hardest part, but I think it looks good. I'm just gonna press down right here in the center where we are going to chalk all of our stuff, okay? I see a little piece of something. I'm gonna grab that out of there and then I'll set that back down, okay? All right, so you guys, like if you are a club member and you've been a club member with me for a year, it might even be 6 months, I don't remember exactly, but you will be receiving this month, your little pink squeegee. And every year we will be getting a new color, okay? So this one is super cute. It's just bright, bright pink, and I love it. But if you order here in July, it will come with your July order. So club members, yay! I hope you're excited. We're gonna have like a collection of squeegees, of cool squeegees. All right, so I'm opening up a new jar of white because my other jar you guys saw I am using it as paint. Sorry, I see one more piece of fuzz. All right, so I'm just gonna scoop out quite a bit. Check it out. I scooped out quite a bit here. And the reason being is because I wanna do this in one full swoop, all right? Happy Friday. The frame is 12 by 18, okay? So I have a lot on my squeegee, totally fine. I can put the remainder back in the jar. I'm gonna set it on here and you guys, all we're gonna do is pull it down. Pull it across, make sure that everything is covered. And it's all covered, so I'm going to now start putting this back in the jar. And I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pull up any excess paste. And this is why I love our product. I am absolutely obsessed with how easy it is. Every single time I do a project, I'm just like, man, like how? Why? Why is this so easy? All right, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Now, one thing you do wanna try and do is work your way across to the center and begin pulling like the whole thing, okay? The whole thing up. I like to wiggle it as we go. And before I completely pull everything up, I wanna make sure everything looks good, because if I missed a spot, I can lay this back down, fix it before pulling it up. But when you pull it up all the way, it's almost impossible to get it right back down in the same spot. So you're just gonna have to erase it and do it again. Not a big deal. That's another reason I love our product, okay? So I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down and clean it because we are gonna use it again on the other one. So what I'm doing is I'm just spraying it in my drawer. I do have a bath mat, like literally a bath mat that has the foam on one side. I have that in my drawer, so that way I don't get my drawer all wet, the water doesn't flow everywhere. I'm gonna clean one side of it, flip it, spray it. You can take it directly to the sink and do the exact same thing, you guys. I just don't have a sink here in my craft room, okay? So, here we go. That is done. Let me go ahead and wipe off some of this dirty water off the back. And we're done cleaning, okay? So the transfer is clean, front and back. It's ready to be used again, which we will use it in a second. So I'm gonna place it on, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my fuzzing cloth, because we're gonna do that here in just a moment. Okay, leave that out. But look how pretty. I know the frame is beautiful, isn't it? So it says let me see. We didn't know we were making memories. We thought we were just having fun. So cute. Okay. All right, so we'll leave that there. Bringing this back. All right. Somebody did say, and I saw it earlier, said paint the inside of the frame, and now I know what she was talking about. Totally didn't think about that. I wonder. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I just had too much paint on there. We're just gonna da-da-da-da-da-da. Because we're gonna make it a little bit antique as well. So some of it's gonna come up, not a big deal. But at least I can kind of go over it like this. Let's do this side. And we are done. Okay. So now let's just go ahead and dry this real quick just to make sure we don't get it on our other frame. Thank you. I know, I absolutely love that frame too. So here we go with our frame. We did go ahead and fuzz this. We're going to fuzz this a couple of times. Kind of the same thing as before, right? We just need to make sure we pick up a little bit of fuzz. Sometimes we pick up too much fuzz. Okay, so when I'm doing this, I'm going to need to borrow this frame as well, okay? So I want to make sure I'm fitting everything in here. So it looks like I need to scoot it up. And over. It's gonna fit just perfectly. We're gonna scoot it over a little bit more because the frame that I did make, this one is 11 by 17. Okay, so it's gonna be just a tad bit smaller than your normal size C frames, which is 12 by 18. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot it up just a little bit because the word fun is just right on the edge, on the bottom there. Let's see if that did it. Too much. Of course it was just a little bit too much. Okay. And I think that I still want to pull it down just a little bit more. Might have been too much. Oh, no, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and press that down. Same thing, we're gonna go over it with white, okay? I'm just gonna grab my little scoop here and pull. We're just gonna pull straight down. And then I'm gonna start scraping off that excess. All right, done with that. I'll set that in the water. Close that right on up. Oops. There's a little spot right here that looked a little funny. Let me see if I can quickly fix that. I just went over it with paste. We'll see if it worked. It did. I'm gonna wiggle. And before I completely pull everything up, again, I wanna make sure that everything looks good here. Okay? All right. Everything is good. I'm gonna take that off, set it back in here. Again, I find it super easy if you just clean it right away. Another thing that really helps is if you, oh, there went my water. If you take your board eraser and you, oh my gosh, that didn't work because, well, that just splattered everything instead. Yo, because I painted and there wasn't a lot of water in it. I just pushed it all out. Okay, don't make a huge mess, or do, whatever it is. Anyways, soak up your board eraser with water. And I do find that that helps to clean off your transfer a lot quicker. Okay, front and back. Ah, that is too funny. It is okay if your paste or your ink, if you're using ink, stains. Not a big deal if it stains, as long as you're getting all of that paste and product out of the silk screen. That is your main focus. Okay? All right. I'll set it here to dry. Actually, I'll set it over here to dry so I don't mess anything else up. Okay. Let's close that back up. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and distress this real quick. Thank you. What are you guys planning to do this weekend? After I get off, we are actually headed. One of my sisters, she is in a contest, like a singing contest in one of our local pubs. And tonight is part of the finals. So we're gonna go and support her. I just keep dropping everything, y'all. All right, so I just went ahead and kind of put it everywhere. I got this from probably one of the craft stores. Finished packing, traveling back to South Carolina Sunday morning. Today is the 10th anniversary. Aw, that's okay, Sonia. Sending you hugs. You guys, on the back of this border is actually an adhesive. So I do find that it is difficult to hot glue bigger items like this. So you could potentially do like wood glue and then maybe do like the 4 corners with hot glue. But for time and energy, I'm just gonna do it like this. Hold on. Let me see. I might have moved it too much. But if I did, we're just gonna wing it a little bit. Oh man, I did. I'm a little off, y'all. I was still off. Ah. Oh well. It's for me anyway. My top shifted a little bit. It's fine. Hi. Your 33rd wedding anniversary. Congratulations. Okay. So now let's go ahead and put, see, it was off. Everything at the top just kind of shifted, like turned this way a little bit, but I think it turned out super cute. I love it, right? The white, I'm actually really glad we did the stain and not the black. Because I know we were thinking about doing the black one. So I'm gonna put this back on there. Now I can turn it like this and I can see the letters. So the letters go on the sticky side. But something I do recommend you do is maybe like put a sticker or, what is it called? Sharpie. Put a sticker or a Sharpie. I think I have a ton of stickers right here. So you could do one or the other. You can get you just like a big old roll of stickers. So I'm gonna put a sticker on the back so that way next time I know this is gonna be the back of the transfer and that this goes back on this side, okay? So that transfer is done. Now, let's say you wanna hang it. I do have an option for you to hang that it does come with. It comes with this right here, which allows you to tie some type of like twine or string, something of that sort. Where is my twine? Don't know if I have any twine over here. So we're just gonna use twine. Okay. So I'm gonna put that through, put this one through, and then I'm gonna double knot them. Also depends on how long you want them. You can cut them down however you need to do. Just make sure it is going to be at the length that you need it. All right. Probably could have cut that a little longer to help me, but you know. Okay, so for me, I just have a little tiny loop here. Okay, and that's just gonna kind of fit onto that. So that's kind of how I do mine. I like using the twine better because the rope is gonna be a little bit too thick, but I am using hot glue, so that's gonna help. But if you're using the twine, it'll definitely be a lot thinner. You won't have such a big knot in the back. All right, I'm just gonna hot glue my little knots. And I'm just gonna pick up, put a dot where those holes are, and then I'm just gonna pull and hold that so it's kind of just clogs up the hole there. Okay. Hi. Hi, Barb. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much. I know the trucks are super cute, right? I love the message too, Marilyn. Thank you, guys. Okay. So now we are going to add this little piece on here. Okay. And then make sure that you're going to put it upright and then wherever you're wanting to hang it. So your ribbon or your hanger may not want to go past that mark, right? So make sure that you put it where you need to. Let me see. We are at, this is 11 inches wide, so we're gonna go to 5.5. Oh wow, look at that. We're right there. I'm gonna go ahead and add our hot glue. And then just hold that down. Just be careful, please don't burn yourself. Oh, happy early birthday. Yes, make sure, yes, we're the right side. We did the correct side, we're good. I also have these stands, these easels. This is the 14-inch easel. So I really do like this. This is perfect in case you don't want to hang something on the wall. I think this is also a perfect option. Okay. Yay. Okay, so which do you guys like better? If I put this way. No, I'll put it over here. Do you guys like this one or do you like the chalkboard? Which one are you going to make, right? Or which one would you make or which one would you put up in your home? Thank you. Hit the heart button, please. And I don't know if you guys saw, I did have another surprise for you guys over in the Spoiled by Brie Designs group. The chocolate one, I know this one's super cute. That kind of looks like a cake, doesn't it? Now I want some chocolate cake. It does look a little Christmassy as well. Yes. Both. Yay, I'm glad you guys like them. Yeah, so again, feel free, type in the word frame. I'll send you the info on where I got everything. The transfer, the paste, and all the supplies I used to make it is all for my chalk site. This particular wood frame, Robert did cut, so it's gonna be in our wood cutout page. So feel free, type in the word frame. I'll send you the info to your messenger, or you can click the link below and then go to any of the sites. Thank you. Tina, I will try. I'm not sure just yet because I don't have my silhouette here. So we'll see. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Well, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out again. I appreciate it. Hit the heart button and wish my sister good luck. I hope she makes it through the first round of finals. She had to get 3 She had to get through 3 sessions to make it to the finals. And so now that she's in the finals, we're really hoping that she'll do good. Yes. Oh, the surprise. It was it was a new addition that we had to, that we got once we got here. So it is on the Spoiled by Brie Designs Facebook group. Let me see if I can grab the link to it for you. Yep, Spoiled by Brie Designs. Here is the link to the cutout group. So make sure you join it, and then there's a video in there. Thank you. No, my sister Brooke. So not Reese, but Brooke. Thank you guys. Okay. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. If I don't see you guys tomorrow or Sunday, I will definitely see you guys on Monday. But stay safe, have fun, and go make those memories with your family by just having fun, right? All right. Bye, y'all.